going on? We are back in black in the building. Man, what is going on, your boy? In the place to be 1G. Been sucker free since 2003. Ain't no finessing me, man. What's going on? Shout out to everybody out there. If you at the Core Plantation on the holiday, hey man, get your paper, cuz. Shit, don't worry about no motherfucker making you feel bad because you not off on that holiday. Get that money. I done worked plenty of holidays for years. The motherfucker try to make you feel bad. Oh man, you gotta work. Fuck it. It is what it is. We ain't got no reparations. You ain't got no family generational wealth, and you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. Man, what is going on? Shout out to everybody out there. Erica, Shawnee, Philly, Florida in the building. My brother James Blood. My brother Dave for No Compromise. Man, shout out to everybody out there. Georgia in the building. Stand up. Man, what's going on with everybody out there? Man, if you handling business, then you should be proud of yourself. Man, we got a great topic today. We got a little bit about the debt ceiling, but more about just being on cold. And happy Memorial Day to everybody. You know, like I said before, man, I don't really be celebrating the shits and all that. I take these holidays as days off to brainstorm and come up with the fuck I need to come up with to do what I need to do to get this bread so I can parlay it into different businesses and have my money make money so I'm not working a damn corporate plantation job for 80 years or 50 years or whatever the fuck it is and then retire. Now you can't even do shit because you're sick, you fucked up, man, fuck all that. So this is about, you know, not being on code is the topic today. And I seen something that was very interesting, so we're gonna talk about it. Let's get it. Yeah, man. I didn't really feel like I didn't really feel like this was a good look. You know, we got rapper Lil Durk and Morgan Whalen or whatever. That was the dude that said that nigga shit. Now you want to partner up and have looks and all that. Nah, I just wasn't feeling that. Let's see. Let me see what I can find. Let's see. Lil Durk goes fishing with country singer Morgan Whalen. Lil Durk learned a new pastime over the weekend with country singer Morgan Whalen fishing. On Sunday, May 28th, Lil Durk jumped on his Instagram account and shared a photo of himself and country singer Morgan Whalen showing off their freshwater catches while fishing in what appears to be in the Tennessee lakes. Decked out in camouflage gear and rubber boots, the pair hold up in what appears to be the freshwater sea bass. Yeah, see. Let's see. They're not talking about, because that's a motherfucker that called somebody, beat that nigga up. Durk and Whalen have been friends for a few years since the 2021 collaborative song Broadway Girls. In 2022, the Chicago rhymer came to the defense of Whalen after a video surfaced on the internet of him using a racial epithet. Excuse me. He ain't no racist. That's my boy. We had a long talk. He had his public situation. I vouched for him, and he good. All right, now we about to get into it. We about to really, really talk about it. This is what I mean. No, he's not good. Warren, why do you think he's not good? Look at what the fuck they did to Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon was just talking about books that he read. Nick Cannon didn't use no racial epithets, and they damn near tried to fucking dismantle and just cancel Nick Cannon and drain his bank accounts dry just for quoting books that he read. This white country singer, suspected white supremacist, said beat that nigga up, and here comes some nigga vouching for somebody. Now I want to know how much vouching was done for us in the antebellum period. When you read Slavery by Another Name by Douglas Blackman, what no white folks vouching for no niggas, but we always vouching for them. I call it the savior complex because of Cesare Borgia and the Borgias and their paintings. We look at them as guys, so we automatically want to vouch for them. And it's like, wait, hold on. In the white dominant society, especially the white dominant Jewish society, you cannot use no racial epithet towards them, and then one of the dominant Jewish community members is gonna go fishing with you. Look at what they did to Nick Cannon. They made him sit with Jewish rabbis. They made him apologize. They tried to drain his bank account dry. He never used the racial epithet one time. He had to go on an apology tour. But this white man, this white supremacist, can say beat that nigga up, fuck that nigger up, and here come a rapper talking about he good. We had to talk. Who are you to speak for foundational black Americans after all that's suffered? Come on, man. I can see if he came out, he publicly apologized, he started doing things in the black community. I'm talking about not the NAACP, but I'm talking about just doing things for the black community, period. Unannounced, not doing photo ops and shit like that. You photo op this situation. Cause you greasing your pockets. That's what I mean about establishing what a code. We don't have no code. We have individuality, and then we have a code after. Now, when no white motherfuckers get to kicking your ass, then you gonna run back to the black community talking about, oh man, I didn't know they was like that. This is why we need to educate people, man. That's why I'm telling you, these holidays, I just sit back and watch and be laughing a lot of the times. I be laughing a lot of times. Even like I look at the Lakers organization, somebody left a comment like, because I put from champs to chumps, somebody gonna leave a comment talking about, yeah, I would have put that. Man, fuck the goddamn Lakers. Fuck Jeannie Buss, fuck all them motherfuckers. They use Magic Johnson as a fucking prop and a black tool to get other black players to go play there. And then when it was time for Magic Johnson to really exude power, they let him know, no, nigga, you don't have no power. You're Lady Eloise. And once Magic Johnson figured out, oh, they got me, and he publicly left, the Lakers ain't been shit ever since. That bubble shit don't mean nothing. And this is what happens when everybody's trying to be accompaniment and pad their pockets, not their stats. That's the problem. That's why you look at Shannon Sharpe, he's so good. Yeah, nigga, you signed to Clutch Sports. All the media motherfuckers is under Clutch Sports management problems. That's why they ain't saying shit about LeBron. I don't have nothing personally against him as basketball-wise. I just don't think as a teammate, I just don't think he's a great teammate. I think he talks in riddles and rhymes and shit. And when you work at corporate plantations, you don't want to work around people that are company men, especially our people, because our people, we have a tendency to step on each other's head to get to where we want to get to. And we're not happy unless the dominant society is giving us a pat on the back, a data boy, a patting us on the head, like a lap dog. That's why I'm like, man, why would you don't have a right to come out there and be like, oh, he good. No, he's not good. That's the problem. Motherfuckers call us niggas, monkeys, all this other shit, and then they go away, make an apology, and then that's it, it's all forgotten. We say one damn thing about the dominant society or the dominant white Jewish community, and we on apology tours, and all that. It's like, man, like I said, you notice they talk all that shit about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, but they never say he's lying. They just say he's anti-Semitic. But my question is he lying? Because anti-Semitic does not mean he's lying. That means he's saying shit about another racial group or about the white Jewish community. But tell me if he's lying. Tell me if he's lying. That's what I want to know. I just want to know if he's lying. You know what I mean? We had to establish a code. Ain't no fucking money. Man, look, let me tell you something. And I know, look. This is what's so funny. I'm about to break this down. This shit is so funny, and I have to say it. You know, it is very true, man, about the dominant society. All you got to do is convince the poorest of the poorest you're still better than a nigga, and they happy with that. You know, I went to downtown Summerlin. This is in the various wealthiest of towns in Las Vegas, Nevada. No cares in the world. You see kids jumping in Maseratis, you know, jumping in the most fanciest of cars with no cares of the world, walking around crime-free, sucker-free type shit. Then you go to downtown Las Vegas and you see the real nose-to-chin white folk that just the bummiest of the bummiest, the homeless of the homeless. I think I might do a part 2 and 3 of the homeless. I went downtown just to see it. I went to see my son went downtown. Man, they just had bums everywhere. And people just, and I said it loud, I was like, damn, people just stepping over that homeless person like they don't even exist. So Las Vegas, Nevada is full of shit. I don't give a fuck about that. It's so funny. They want to glorify crime when it's white collar crime, when it's the white mob. But when it's black crime, They don't build no museum for black folk. You can't even get them to build a museum for black history out here, but they'll build a mob museum based off crime, drugs, murder, all this other stuff, and they glorify that. But when it's time for us to glorify our people for the things that they've done and accomplished for us, it's like, how dare you speak of that? That's why they got so mad at our brother Nick Cannon and anybody else who talks about history. And I said, Las Vegas don't give a fuck about no homeless. They don't give a fuck about you. And downtown is still trashy. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Downtown Las Vegas is, I'd rather eat out of a dumpster than eat anywhere in downtown Las Vegas. It looks fucked up. It's horrible. They ain't tried to clean it. They just gave it a little bit of facelift. They ain't doing shit with the homeless. They still walking around that motherfucker. They don't have nothing in place for the homeless where the homeless can go and chill and relax. You making all this money. You got the football team out here. You about to get the baseball team, the basketball team. But let me tell you what Las Vegas is going to be like. It's going to be like L.A. See, next to the crypto fucking center, where it used to be a Staples Center, there's a street called Skid Row that's right next door that don't nobody give a fuck about. So I don't want to hear no motherfuckers talking about, oh my God, the homeless. Fuck you and homeless. Oh, my veterans. They don't give a flying fuck about no goddamn veterans. If you don't believe me, watch that Jonathan Stewart show on Apple TV where he started interviewing veterans and how they were stationed overseas and in Iraq, and they were stationed next to what's called burn pits, tar burn pits, where you burning up shit, piss, trash, everything. And if you keep inhaling that shit, it fucks with your gastro shit. And so many people got fucked up behind that. You think, and then when it's time for them to go to the doctor, the claims are not being met. Man, look. The United States don't give a flying fuck about no people and no bullshit. And stop thinking that shit, because it's not going to happen. I was even reading this thing about they sent 20,000 immigrants to Chicago and want to place them in a college dorm. Look, y'all want to know my stance on it? I'm going to tell you my stance on it. I believe our borders should be patrolled with shoot to kill. You should not be allowed to cross no border illegally, and you should not be allowed to have citizenship when you are not taking care of the foundational black Americans who built this country for free. So if you're coming over here illegally, you are here for unearned benefits. I don't care what they told you. You're here for unearned benefits. That's why fuck a Democrat, fuck a Republican, fuck all that bullshit. We have to do what's best for us. I don't give a fuck if they do look like us. Stay your asses in your country. I respect more of these people that stay in their countries and don't try to come over here. Man, we got enough shit going on. That's the problem with America. America want to help everybody but the people who deserve the help. That's what I don't believe in. We black folk deal with that enough at the corporate plantation. You go work at these jobs, you bust your ass, you become the biggest, best worker bee, and you get fucked over while the politician, politicizing the moment. They get the raises, the bonuses, and everything while you sit up there working. It happens in family dynamics. It happens everywhere. That's why I don't believe in all that bullshit, and I just kind of back and do what I need to do and go about my way. Let me tell you, as I get older, I start thinking like, man, I need some generational wealth around this motherfucker, man. For real. Because, life is short. I get tired of watching everybody else win. I'm happy that every other racial group is winning, but this shit is fucked up. And I just feel like we got to start being on code and stop co-signing for other people. I was even reading this article, but I knew it a long time ago. They finally started to talk about it. When Eminem started talking shit about Michael Jackson did. He publicly denounced that video and all that shit. And I didn't think that shit was funny either, because I'm a big time Michael Jackson fan. And I wasn't feeling that. And I did feel like at that time, Dre should have been like, don't do that shit. Because Dre, right now, Dr. Dre wouldn't like it if motherfuckers talking shit about his family, what the fuck he going through. So, I like what Michael Jackson did. Oh, you want to make a video about me, Eminem? And he bought his catalog. You know what I mean? And I think that's business worthy. I just feel like we got to start establishing a code before other people come around, before other racial groups come around. And the reason why I say that, man, is because once there's a code established, then it's unbreakable, and then people can't just come in and use our fucking, our culture, because I feel like people use our culture like a pair of clothes. They wear it when it's when it's fashionable to wear, and then after that they don't want to wear it no more. You know, I just think that we have to do a better job of educating ourselves about certain things, and even the debt ceiling. Just all of that. We have to do a better job and want to do a better job. I think it's very important that we stop using these holidays just to get together. I don't believe in the four-wall effect. That's why a lot of people are like, damn, man, Warren hey, look. I'm by myself a lot to try to be focused, because after reading Neely Fuller Jr.'s The Compensatory Counter-Racist Code of Ethics, he talks about the four-wall effect, how people just get together, bitch and complain, but we don't come up with no solutions. And I believe in that. There's no need to have no four-wall effect. We just coming together. See, I don't believe in, let's just come together for family. No, I fuck all that. We all broke. We know we broke. Somebody needs to have some type of idea so we can all get paid. Then we go from there. There ain't no need to come together, sit in the living room and bitch and complain and drink and chill and talk shit. I'm off that now. I move forward. Look, motherfucker need a little bit of generational wealth. Motherfucker tired of working these goddamn corporate plantation jobs. And let me tell you something. When you have a different perspective, you have to change the narrative. And I'm changing the narrative. That's why I'm like, you know what I mean? That's why, I watched the last 5 minutes of a basketball game, because basketball doesn't really entertain me that much. I'd rather watch movies and series and shit like that, because basketball just doesn't entertain me. You see they trying to go after that referee. Oh, he's under investigation. Oh, now you want to investigate the nigga referee. But Tim Donaghy was cheating for fucking years, and y'all knew he was doing that shit, and there ain't nobody say shit. So I don't want to hear that shit, man. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I think it's time for us to get off the bullshit, move forward. Not being on code is a bad thing. Establish a code amongst you and your people and stick with that. And try to go get this generational wealth. Look, let me tell you something. You walk around, you go around these damn casinos online, all you see is the majority of the people I saw, dominant society people gambling. I didn't see a whole lot of black folk. Maybe downtown, but shit. Downtown Summerlin, Red Rock, shit. It's a whole bunch of them motherfuckers in there gambling like ain't no cares of the motherfucking world. And I said, wow. Just like that statistic. 19% of black families own a house in California. 62% of white families own homes in California. Y'all don't see the disparity in that? I don't know what to tell you. I had to look those numbers up for Vegas too, because I'm very interested to see what the numbers are. Because I know what the numbers are in my neighborhood. It's probably about 3 or 4 niggas in my neighborhood, and a couple of whites and some Asians, and the majority of them is Latino. No diss to nobody else, no diss to them, but I'm sorry. If you come over here illegally, you don't belong over here. There's a debt that needs to be paid and owed to black folk. And once we get our money, then, okay, y'all can come over here and do what y'all do. Until then, no, I'm sorry. That's just not that's not my belief system. I don't believe in rising tides lifts all bills. Fuck that. Black folk built the country for free without repayment. Give us our money first, and then we can speak about everything else. Because there's a lot of us out here, including Warren, that don't have no generational wealth. It just so happened, and I'll talk about that with my mom. I'm very disappointed in my mom. I love my mom. I miss my mom, but I'm very disappointed in her. No life insurance policy, no home to pass down. You cannot be on this earth as long as my mom is on this earth and not know you're supposed to have generational wealth for your fucking children. So I love my mom, but I'm not happy with her. Oh, as far as my dad, I don't speak to my dad. You know, you have to understand that a lot of black fathers in the United States of America Incorporated, you know, when it comes to their children, especially 80s, it's just there's a disconnect there. You know what I mean? And I don't mind putting that shit out there just so people could know, man, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I've had conversations with my dad, and they have not been nice. And that motherfucker know they weren't nice, because I feel like, you know, in this day and age, you see why your parents need to be in your life, because you see the mistakes you made and the decisions, you could have made better decisions. And I think that's what bothers me a lot too. That's why a lot of times I just don't want to be bothered, because I'm always trying to make and use better judgment and use discernment to make better decisions moving forward. Look, David, look, James Youngblood, look, I can tell y'all niggas right now, if I would have made better decisions, I'd be up $500,000 right now. Straight up. And all I had to do was just make one decision. I'd be up $500K. You see what I'm saying? So that's why sometimes, it's very important to sit back and try to make fundamentally sound decisions that impact who you are and where you're going in life. Because a lot of the times, man, you're not taught that. See, 80s, 90s kids weren't taught a lot of stuff that need to be taught. Stock, bonds, 401k, mutual funds, IRAs, traditional IRAs. That stuff can help you. I just learned about that in, 2016? Yeah, 2016. So I've been doing it for a while, so I'm comfortable now because I kind of know what I'm doing. But damn, but maybe our parents didn't know. I know my mom did because my mom worked at a bank, so she knew all that shit. She knew about the Federal Reserve. She knew about the $10,000 in her bank account, and they notified the feds. She knew about all that shit. She knew about all that shit. That's why I was disappointed in my mom, because my mom was always ahead of the game, but she had so many social traumas growing up, it just was hard for her to deal with her children. So, you know what I'm saying? I miss my mom, but I'm very disappointed in the decisions that she made, and I try to make better decisions from that. That's why a smart person learns from their mistakes. A wise person learns from others' mistakes. Be on code, establish a code. For all of us that don't have generational wealth, let's become thinkers. Let's motivate ourselves to become better thinkers so we can get this capital so we can do more for our people. Hey, man, I got nothing but love for y'all. Guilty nigga, I'm out. Peace.